Hello, I'm Fred, and this is Vlogmas 2020, December 3rd. 3rd. Today's beer is Paulaner München, the Oktoberfest Märzen. There. This may be the lightest beer I bought. I bought it because I like an Oktoberfest. What helps about Oktoberfest, no matter what kind they are, is that they usually have a little more alcohol in them because everyone's tired of the harvest. And even this has some pretty decent color. And a broken glass. That'd be embarrassing. Let's test it. Oh, what a terrible decision. It tastes like a Pilsner. Or a lager? I don't know. It tastes like what I imagine American beer tasted like 110 years ago. Today's topic is that effing Aldi's cheese. Last year, if you watched my vlog, 2 or 3 of you did, I had the cheese Advent Calendar for Aldi. 24 cheeses for 24 days of Advent. Except there were 24 cheeses, but there weren't 24 types of cheeses. There were, let me look at my list, 7. 7 different cheeses. I had thoughts on each one of them. I have a recap of my initial thoughts on each one of them. Some of which I didn't remember, some of which I stopped eating and just would see what flavor it was and give it to my daughter and just talk about it anyway. So let's review our cheeses from last year, my thoughts on them, and why I didn't really want to get the cheeses again this year. The first one was a Red Leicester. What I said was good, similar to cheddar, and nutty. It was a good cheese. You know, it's one of those cheeses. As I said last year, I know some things about cheeses. I'm no cheesemonger. I have cheesemonger friends. Cheese, if you're watching this, thank you. Even though you did once buy, what the heck did you buy? The pumpkin spice cheddar? Ooh. All right, he said it was good. So yeah, this was a good cheese. I liked it. The next one was Gouda. It's Gouda. I said pretty good, and probably said Gouda lots of times. The next one was aged cheddar. It was a really good cheddar, and I ate it with a pepper cracker because I really like white cheddar and or any kind of cheddar really in a pepper cracker. Pepper and cheddar, especially white cheddar, really go well together. Then was the herb Gouda. I said it was softer and guessed maybe it had pimento, basil, or oregano in it. It was herbed. I don't know. It was okay from what I remember. It was mostly you take a Gouda, which I like, and you ruin it with adding green stuff. Which I like green stuff, don't get me wrong, but not necessarily in my cheese. The next one, which is the hold on. Let me try it. Let me see if alcohol helps. The hot and spicy Gouda. By the way, I realized that my lavalier mic being right next to my throat makes my swallows very loud, so sorry about that. I guess I could move it down a bit. There, that might work. Anyway, the hot and spicy Gouda wasn't really spicy at first. It kind of hit you from behind. It said little spice, but late. I'm not very much of a spice person. Sometimes spice affects me, sometimes it doesn't, as in like I feel things are spicier than they are, or less spicy than they are. I don't know why. The next one was tomato and olive Gouda. I actually ate this the first time, despite the fact that I hate olives. And I'm sure it was sun-dried tomatoes, which are the most disgusting things on the planet next to olives. And, you know, poo and stuff. But as far as food stuff goes, way down on the list. But all I said was just added flavor. So it wasn't something I wanted to test out more, so I always gave that to my daughter. And the last one was Edam, which I said was a creamier cheddar, but sharper Gouda. So I'm guessing it was somewhere in the middle as far as aging goes. And those are the 7 cheeses. Many of them were multiple. You'll notice that 24 divided by 7 is not an even number, so I'm assuming that, I know Red Leicester happened a couple times, the regular Gouda happened a few times. I think I got each one of them at least twice. I don't remember, and I didn't look back at the list. I don't care that much. My point is that I was highly disappointed in this highly sought after Advent calendar. Plenty of my friends liked the wine, and they really went after the wine calendar, although I've heard that in review that some of them weren't that very good, and plenty of people didn't finish it. I saw one other wine calendar this year and heard about a third one. Maybe those are better for people. I used to drink wine in college. I don't really do it anymore. I will, but I don't care. It's not my go-to. As we've established, my go-to is, not Kitty. My other cat, Cookie, is playing with her toy right near all this stuff. So if anything falls over sideways, you'll know who to blame. So yeah, my note here is the cheese advent calendar was neat. It was a good concept, but it wasn't exciting. I don't remember it being that expensive. Like, if you like cheese at all, even if those flavors sound good or not, it is kind of a fun thing to do. This year, thanks to, and I'm still blaming Wheezy Waiter. Cheers, Craig. I'm doing alcohol every day. This is my third day in a row. I honestly don't know if I've ever had alcohol 3 days in a row in my life before. I really don't drink that much. What saves this, and like I said it before, and why I even got it, is because it is a higher alcohol content. So some of those kind of boring, bitter flavors get cut a little. Or maybe you just stop caring quicker. Maybe that's all it is to it. I didn't look up to remind me what a Märzen is. Hey, the bottle does refer to the 17th century law. Let's see, the Reinheitsgebot. It was years since I took German, and my pronunciation was not great even then. Only 4 ingredients: water, hops, yeast, and malt. A very basic beer. Those laws are essentially still in place. It works for Germany. Quite frankly, some of our beers could probably have a little bit more of that. But of course, those were created in a time when water was clear, mostly safe, and yeah, people drank it, but it wasn't always safe, especially as you got more and more people together, and they didn't really separate their water sources from their water evacuation, let's say. There's a bit of a problem when you put your bathroom a little too close to your fountain, as it were. And that's where a lot of those laws came from. Plus, I just like to think people are just snobby about beer just like they are now. I certainly am. I will turn down beers with various levels of rudeness, depending on who's offering it to me and what I'm being offered. I try to be less rude nowadays, but I still will abstain. But anyway, I guess the point of this is cheese, not exciting. Let's see how the beer goes. The beer I can blame on myself, at least. The cheese, you don't have to blame someone else. It just feels wrong. Now the cat's playing with the back of my chair. We taught her to play fetch. That was a genius move, by the way. Definitely teach your cat to play fetch. It won't blow up in your face at all. They won't yell at you constantly to play because that's all they want to do with their lives. Eat and play fetch. That's about enough for today. I'll finish my beer, edit and upload this. Don't forget, I've got other channels out there. I should have a new Minecraft video on Sunday. I'll record it as soon as I have an idea for it. I don't know. I started like 3 different builds, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Last night, after my toast as a send-off, I thought maybe I could do a different toast every day. I only know like 4 of them. So let's see, I already used cheers in this video too. To your health. Bottoms up.